the more you go through things and you go through different experiences and different challenges, you truly get to know you. You have to take the time though. Especially now it's difficult. I think it's social media era, so you're putting out and portraying just like what we were talking about with Robin. I mean, you're portraying what you want other people to like. And when you do that, then your true self is not being shown. And so when you do, learn yourself more and grow in yourself, and then your worth, then it's like, hey, this is my vision. I'm not wavering from this. Or, okay, you want me to do this. That kind of is messing with my peace a little bit. I don't know. Like, the money sounds good, but my peace, it doesn't align, And I think when you don't know really who you are, you do anything. I absolutely love what I do. I love what I do because I get to be creative. I get to meet a lot of different people. Also, what I really love the most is when people receive their videos from me and the feedback that they give me. When they love the video, it truly excites me because they love seeing themselves. And I know it sounds like shallow, like in the world of selfie taking and like all that. What I equate it to is, especially working with small business, a brand, an athlete, whomever I'm working with, at one point, what they're doing now was just an idea. It was just an idea, or it was just a dream. And they started taking action somehow, regardless of their circumstances or situation. They started moving forward with what they wanted to do. And when I get to record them, when I get to film them and then edit and give it back to them, I just want them to see the progress and see where they at, see where they're at in life and in their craft and with what they do. So it really excites me for them to get excited, about where they are, because at one point, they maybe thought they could never do it, or they could never open that business, or they could never squat that much weight, whatever it is. But now I get to film that person, they get to see that, and they get to see that progress, and they get to see, who they've become. And usually it's pretty amazing. We're all amazing humans, so I just love for people to see themselves as that. One that stuck out to me would have to be Christina. When I first started, I was taking photos, and needless to say, these photos were not very good. And she would kind of tear me down a little bit and be like, "Oh, look at this angle." She could critique me, and at first I would like be a little upset, but I know it was coming from a good place, But when I went into video and started shooting and started editing, that's when I knew, like, okay, this is my passion. I really loved this. And I showed her one of my videos, and she was like, "This is good. Like, this is really good. Like, you got something. You're onto something." So that's when I was like, yes, okay. Because if anybody was gonna tell me the truth, it's gonna be her. She was gonna be like, "Okay, this sucks," or like whatever. But when she saw that, I was like, okay. So she kind of sees what I see. Like, this is what I love to do. I'm excited about this. So I think that's probably one of the first moments that I knew I was like on the right path, per se. I'm extremely passionate about music. I am looking to explore that a little bit more this year and moving forward. I can listen to music all day. Oldies, I mean, really, really anything. But I am planning on picking up a bass and getting some lessons and really, really getting in there. I know a lot of my family are extremely musically inclined and talented. I got a little bit, but I want to tap into that a little bit more. I think that's going to bring about even more joy and just seeing what I can do with it. I would say what I like most about my art is just it's like my spin on things, like my take, my my perspective, it's you know, kind of like I said earlier, it's kind of like a little vision into my mind. I think most videographers and filmmakers and anybody else that do in visual arts, you kind of already see in your head how you want things to go, or how you want something to come together. And I think that's the coolest part about it, you know, as there's so many videographers, so many photographers, so many talented, super talented videographers. And I gotta say that, and we are in Fort Worth, and I know there's always Fort Worth versus Dallas, and I'm not gonna start any beef or anything, but there are some really super dope videographers out here in Fort Worth, okay? But it's just, it's cool because we all have our different style, and I think that's what I like most about mine. I like my style. I like that somebody can say, hey, this looks like you. And I think that's the coolest thing ever, is just knowing that I kind of have my own look. I guess we all do. We all do. But I that's what I like about it. It's like your fingerprint on something. So, yeah. One of the biggest challenges, probably the biggest challenge I have faced, has been myself. In any type of creative industry, it's extremely competitive. It's difficult. It's 1 month you can make $5,000, the next month you can make 500, the next month after that you can make 50. Like it can be an up and down industry, especially when you're starting out and you're just trying to get some traction and get your feet going. But I think my biggest challenge would be myself. I think I can be very hard on myself at times. I can doubt myself at times. So I don't really, there's not really any outside sources. I mean, you get the people where you're excited to work with them and you send the quote and then they don't say nothing back, or like you get those moments, you know, it happens. But my biggest challenge would be myself, and just overcoming doubt, overcoming fear, knowing that I'm good enough, knowing that I'm worth it, knowing that, hey, I'm a woman, I'm black, I'm gay, I got all these things that are supposed to go against me, but no, they don't. I continue wanting to learn, number one. If anybody has anything to tell me or any type of critique, like I want to know, I want to learn, like, okay, what can I do better? Or how could I have done this better? And then as far as, you know, bettering myself, I've really, I've had to put some different practices into place. And that kind of goes back to, you know, the challenges of myself. I have to make sure I tell myself every single day. I have affirmations every single day that I tell myself, like, hey, you know, you're strong, you're loved, you're light, like you got this, you're strong, you can accomplish anything, you're worth all the good there is in the world, all the good there is in the universe. Like, just saying these positive affirmations to myself every single day, it starts to sink in and you really start to believe it. And then you feel like, hey, I can do anything.